Hey everybody, Frick from the Frickin' Good Barbecue here, and today I'm going to show you how to make my signature burger, the Big Smoky. I'm going to show you what you need, how to do it. It is going to be cooked on a wood pellet smoker. You can use a traditional chip smoker as well if you like, but it's a delicious burger. I've sold quite a few of them, and so I thought I would share the recipe with everybody else. So first of all, you're going to need some extra large patties. This is fresh, never frozen ground beef. You can get it from your favorite butcher shop. I got mine from Costco. These are cut in about a little over half-pound portions. If you want to come in here and just see. Cut nice and big. You want an extra thick patty. The great thing about a smoker is that there's a lot less shrinkage than you get on a traditional barbecue. You're going to want some cheese. You can certainly use whatever cheese you like. I usually like Swiss cheese, but today we're going to use the Kirkland Signature Marble Cheddar just because I find it's the perfect size and it's already pre-cut and everything. It's nice and easy. I really like using this. This is a maple bacon seasoning. It's from a company called Le Grill. It's easy to find in your local supermarket. If they don't have Clubhouse Le Grill. If they don't have Clubhouse, then you can find another one, but you want maple bacon seasoning. You can use your own barbecue sauce. We're going to use that at the end. I'll show you. This is a Kansas style. I find that the Kansas style has a good combination. A little bit of pep to it as far as spiciness goes, and it also has a good sweetness to it as well. You're going to need bacon bits. Now this is bacon crumble. Once again, this is Kirkland Signature. The reason I like the Kirkland Signature is that it is in fact real chopped up bacon. It is not the simulated bacon bits. You do not want to use those. You want to use real bacon crumble. If you don't have access to this, then you can just take regular bacon and chop it into fine pieces. And probably most important is you're going to need a great maple syrup. Now this is pure maple syrup straight from New Brunswick, Canada, from a company called Briggs Maple. Chances are you're not going to be able to get this wherever you go. So again, I would recommend the Costco Kirkland Signature maple syrup. It works well also. And finally, you're going to want a good bun. Don't use a regular bun. I usually recommend a brioche, or my favorite personally is the pretzel bun. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our patties. As you can see, they're already pre-cut. They're smushed and shaped. And we're just going to sprinkle the maple bacon seasoning right on it. So we want to be quite generous. Both sides. Come on in there, Rexy. Be nice and generous. You want to pat it in there so that it sticks. Flip them on over. And this has an amazing smell to it. It's too bad you guys can't smell it, but I mean, if you mix maple syrup and bacon, you can't go wrong in any way. And this is just one aspect of the maple bacon flavoring. I'll show you everything that we're going to do next. So again, just pat that in, make sure it sticks. And we're going to take them outside and we're going to fire up the smoker and we'll put them on and take it from there. All right, so now we're going to get the smoker ready and we're going to get the smokers ready to put in the grill. But before I do that, I want to explain how this guy works. This is a wood pellet smoker. It's from Pit Boss. If you want to check them out, you go to pitboss-grills.com. If you look in here, it just uses wood pellets. And this is a hopper system, so it constantly feeds the wood pellets in to the chamber where they are burned and obviously creates the fire. They're similar to the pellets that you would use if you had a wood stove at your house to heat your house, but these ones are flavored. So you can get a whole bunch of different flavors: apple, cherry, hickory. You get charcoal ones if you want. I use the Traeger mix. It's a good mix of apple and cherry and hickory, and it works really well for most applications. Other than that, if you look inside, I don't have the grills in yet. I'm going to put them in a second. But the great thing about this unit is that it can grill, smoke, bake, roast, sear, braise, char grill, and barbecue. It can do all of those things with just one unit. And this is where you control how much direct heat is on your meat. So if you just slide this over, you'll see that it opens up, and then that'll cause the flame to hit your meat, more directly. I recommend that if you're searing some steaks or something like that. But in this application, we're making smoky burgers, so we want it to smoke. We don't want any direct heat on the burger at all. We want to have the smoke heat the burgers themselves. So other than that, all you got to do, if you look down here, you'll see our settings here. All you have to do is set the temperature, and that's how we get it going. So if we wanted to cook it long and slow, then we would just simply put it on smoke. But we're kind of in a little bit of a hurry, so we're going to pump it up to 250 right now. It's going to feed the wood pellets through and heat up, and then we'll put the burgers on. We'll take it from there. Go. All right, so we're about up to the heat that we want to be at. It's at about 300 right now, which is a little hotter than I want it. But the great thing about this, it'll balance itself out and put in the necessary chips to make it equal out. So we're just going to throw the burgers on there. and I made some more, as you can see. Now what you want to do when you put them on is you do not want to put them all the way to the back or all the way to the front. Again, we want it the littlest amount of direct heat possible. And to achieve that, we have to keep them near the middle, because once the flames really get going, they tend to come around the outer edges. So it'll get hotter towards the back and towards the front. All right. So we got 12 Big Smokies on the grill. And based on your temperature, our temperature today, it's probably going to take about a half an hour to 45 minutes for these to cook. We'll check in on the progress every couple minutes to see how they're doing. But all right, so now we're going to move on to my favorite part of the whole process, and that is the making of the maple bacon jam. And so I'll just get you to kind of focus in on here. Now, normally I would recommend using a wider and taller baking sheet. Just a tinfoil one would do. I didn't have any readily available down here, so I just lined like a cake sheet or whatever with some tinfoil. So what you want to do is you want to take the bacon crumble that I mentioned earlier, and you just want to kind of sprinkle it all over, even it out. And then you want to add the maple syrup. And then what you want to do is you want to mix it all up. Make sure that it touches all the bacon. You don't want too much, but you also don't want too little. You want to see kind of a little shine on each, or on as much of the bacon as possible, just to make it look, you know, that it's wet and sticky. And you can also do this on a regular pan, on your stove if you want to. Do it at a low heat. If your stove goes from like 1 to 9, like most stoves do, you want to cook it around a 5, maybe a 6 at the most, depending on how quick you want to do it. So it looks like most of this is covered. We're actually going to do this right on the propane grill. So we're just going to throw that on there. And we're going to check on it probably every 5 minutes or so. And we're just going to mix it around with a spatula or whatever, just to keep it moving so that it doesn't stick or burn to the tinfoil. So we'll see you back here in a couple minutes. We'll check on the burgers and the bacon. All right, so it's been about 20 minutes or so. Let's check on the bacon first. Okay, so it's doing well. It did cook a little bit faster than I thought, so we do have some burnt stuff there. You want to cook it a little slower. But if you get in really close, the way that you know it's close to being done is when you see those strands. Can you get in really close there? If you see little strands in between the bacon bits, then you know that it's close to being done. So this is actually pretty close. Like I say, it cooked a little faster than I really wanted it to, but either way, you can see that nice maple shine to it. It's got a really good color right now, so it's gonna be really good. Plus you can smell it, which is absolutely fantastic. Let's check on the burgers. Ooh, baby. So as you can see, they're looking really good. Again, the advantage to a smoker is that the ground beef does not shrink as much, and you can also tell that they're extremely juicy as well, so it retains a lot of the juices. So I'm just gonna give these a quick flip. And then we're gonna put our first coat of sauce on. We're gonna do about 4 coats total, 2 on each side. So again, you can use your barbecue sauce of choice here. Like I say, I like the Guy Fieri Kansas style. Just kind of slosh it on there. Again, the meat's really juicy right now, so it's not gonna stick really well, but it's a good start. The heat will harden it a little bit, create a nice little coat on there. 5-10 minutes. All right, so now it's my favorite part. It's time to put on the bacon jam to the burgers. So let's just take a quick look at the burgers, see how they're doing. Look at that color. Now that great color not only comes from the barbecue sauce that we've been putting on it, and again, we've done 2 layers on each side, but it also comes from the smoke. Now when you smoke something, you actually get a reverse ring. Now normally when you don't cook beef properly, you have pink in the center, and then it's cooked around the outside. It actually looks the opposite when you smoke something. You'll have a pink smoke ring around the outside of the meat, and then the inside will be cooked properly. So it really adds a really good color to the burger, and obviously a really good taste as well. So let's add the bacon. So the bacon is done. Again, see, look, you can see that really close. You see those beautiful strands in between? That's how you know it's done. It's got a good level of stickiness. So all we gotta do, this can be sometimes pretty hard, getting it on there properly. I'll show you what we do to keep it on there after we get it on. You obviously want to try and avoid losing as much bacon as possible. And I'm telling you right now, the smell of this stuff, not only the smell, but the taste of this maple bacon jam is absolutely incredible. Make sure you use the right type of maple syrup. Again, the Kirkland Signature is good. In my opinion, it's the best as far as a supermarket maple syrup if you can't get freshly sourced local maple syrup. Please don't post in the comments that you want to try Aunt Jemima, because it just isn't going to work. Alright, we got quite a bit extra that we can kind of add on later if somebody wants a little more. So here's the kicker. This is one of my greatest ideas. I probably didn't come up with it, but I certainly thought of it for this burger specifically. So obviously when you're cooking them like this and you go to put it on the bun or you go to bite it, you have the risk of the bacon jam falling out. So what you do is you put the jam on first and then you put the cheese on top. And this is why I say that the Kirkland Signature marble cheese slices, the ones that are pre-sliced, are the perfect size, because they actually just cover that, and when they melt, they hug the burger, they wrap around it perfectly, and they lock down that maple bacon, and it does not go anywhere. We're going to check on this in about 1 minute. See how it melts. Alright, these are pretty much done. Come on in and take a quick look. You can see the clumps of bacon actually stretching through the cheese. So it is keeping them down. I'm just going to do a quick coat. Some extra sauce on the top. And of course you can add whatever condiments you want. When I sell these, I have like a burger sauce that I add onto it, nothing special. But it doesn't matter what you put on it. You don't want to overpower the delicious taste of that's already there with the maple bacon. I'm just using my leftover barbecue sauce here, slap that on. And I think we're ready to serve, so let's take one over. Look how beautiful that looks. Put it on the pretzel bun. See how thick that is? The amazing color. Maple bacon. Again, you can put whatever condiments you want on it. I'm just going to top it off here. Whatever toppings you want to, not just condiments. Cut it in half. And maybe we'll be able to see a little bit of a smoke ring here that I was talking about. Not really, because we didn't smoke it as long as we normally do. But you can kind of see the pink around the outside. But that is it. That is my big smoky burger. If you want to try one, you can come out to the Frickin' Good Barbecue in Grand Bay. I operate usually just 1 day a week. We raise money for charity for combat wounded veterans. And again, this is my signature burger. I hope you enjoyed this. Try it out yourself if you like, and it'll be one of the best burgers you ever try. Anyway, till the next video, we'll talk to you later.